You will not experience any greatness in life without experiencing discomfort. Discomfort creates greatness. That old saying of pressure makes diamonds, same thing. You won't be great without feeling a little bit of discomfort or actually facing obstacles. You think of all the great ones. Let's start with, Michael. Michael went like 8 years struggling to win until he finally had that breakthrough. But you don't get that breakthrough without being in the desert those 8 years. We can say the same thing for LeBron. LeBron spent 8 or 9 years in Cleveland before winning his first championship. You don't get that breakthrough without going through the trenches, without going through those years of struggling. The struggle is needed. What did J. Cole say? There's beauty in the struggle. Because the struggle creates who you become. People see you when you're winning. People see you when you're great. But they weren't there when you were going through all those years of struggle to get to where you're at today. So without the struggle, you don't become that man. You don't become that winner. You don't experience greatness without that struggle. They're intertwined. It's needed to become that. You don't become that without first experiencing this, first learning how to become a winner, first learning how to become successful. You first need to learn. You first need to experience storms, experience struggles, experience failures in order to become great. It's a necessary beginning for the future that you want for yourself. So we had to get ourselves out of this mindset of seeing struggle or seeing failure or feeling discomfort as something bad. It's not bad. God is working on you in those storms. He's looking to transform you. He's renewing you. What did Job say? I go forward, but he's not there. I go backwards, but I cannot perceive him. But he knows the ways of my step. And that I know that when he tries me, I'll come forth as gold. He's saying that I'm looking for God. I'm in search of him. I have all this going on around me. I can't see through this storm. I'm in trouble. I'm panicking. What do I do? I can't feel him. I can't perceive him. I don't know where he's at. But I do know because I have faith and I believe that he's going to pull me through this. And when he pulls me through this, I'm going to be better than I was before. He says, I'm going to come forth as gold. In order for gold to become pure, it needs to be refined. And when gold is refined, the impurities are being burnt off. So it's the same thing as when we're going through a storm. We're shedding ourselves of who we used to become who we're supposed to be. That needs to be taken so seriously. So seriously. Because once you understand that, you're no longer panicking when you come in times of struggle, when you come in times of, worry, anxiety. You decrease that level of anxiety because you're putting your faith in Christ to take care of you, no matter what the situation may look like. You know that he's working for the good of you. You know he's working to build you up better than you were before. So you start to look at it differently because it was your perception that was wrong in the very beginning. You saw it as being something bad, but it's always been for good. Jesus went into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. He went into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil and was. Devil tried to tempt him with the stone, turn it into bread. Imagine being in the desert for 40 days, 40 nights, nothing to eat, nothing to drink. So if Christ was tested, who's to say that we wouldn't be tested? But we need to grow to understand that it's merely a test to build us. It's merely a test to grow and develop us so that we're ready for the next challenge that's ahead. Because God is always 2, 10, 20 steps ahead of us. He's not doing things for now. He's doing things for down the road. He's trying to prepare you for what's to come. And we must know that. So we must use these storms. We must use these times of discomfort, these times of obstacles. We must use them as a period to grow and develop ourselves. We need to use it for what they're meant for, what God has created them for in our life. And I don't even want to say God created it, because honestly, God could just be letting the devil tempt you. He could be letting the devil tempt you. He knows it's not going to harm you, but he wants it to grow you. And that's what we need to, grow to understand, is that those storms are created for us to grow. So you need to use them. We're not using them. We're getting sad, depressed, and anxious in these storms instead of self-reflecting, becoming more self-aware, and understanding, why is this storm in my life right now? What do you want me to pull from this? That's what you should be asking Christ. What am I to learn in this storm so that I don't make this same mistake down the road? What is this storm preparing me for? So it's all about changing your perception of the event that's happening to you so you can use it for the purpose of growing and developing you for what's to come down the road. That's how we should be looking at storms, periods of discomfort, periods of worry, periods of anxiety. That's how we should be looking at them, as opportunities to grow and develop, opportunities to break through, opportunities to become great. So that's all. That's all. My only purpose is to help us think differently, to think how we're supposed to be thinking, how we're supposed to be approaching life and viewing life, in order to bring some kind of fulfillment to us, some type of joy, some type of level of peace. That should all be our destination, to have peace, to be fulfilled, not wondering why you're 80 years old and you're living with all this kind of regret, and you're frustrated at the fact that you didn't do all the things that you wanted to do, all the things that fulfilled you. I don't want to live with that kind of regret. I want to have a purpose that I'm willing to die for, that I need to complete, that is my life mission to complete. That's the purpose I want. That's the purpose I'm chasing, because money is never going to fulfill me. Music is never going to fulfill me. No matter how much I love these things, I love music, I love money. None of that stuff is going to fulfill me. It's going to be momentary self-gratification, but it's not going to be something that fulfills my soul. Only my purpose can do that. Only my calling can do that. I need that. But I thank you guys for checking out this video. I'm going to have more coming on the way per usual. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.